So I just want to share my experience on how I came to Germany, right? The struggle I went through, I don't know if it was a real struggle or it was a kind of tribalism, or I can't tell. But what you have to know is before you cross overseas in any European embassy located in Africa, by all means, you will struggle. Whether you are going from the straight way or you are doing it fake, you will struggle. So let me share you my experience. I did before coming to Germany. You have to follow their course, in which is German course, their language, because their language is the priority here. You have to start from that. And when you start doing the language, they have some section, right? They have A1, which is A1. They have A2, which is A2. And they have, I'm mentioning you the three important one, right? Especially two. But before reaching the third one, you have to by all means do the second one. So, and they have B1, which is B1. And the two important ones are the first one, which is A1 and B1, right? Let me explain myself. A1, when you are coming to join your spouse, like your wife, your husband, you need A1, A1. If you are coming to join, like you are coming to school, you need B1, which is B1. So at least you you start from A1, A2, B1, B2. They have until C1, So I did A1 because I was joining my spouse. But the struggle I went through was like I was coming for a kind of prostitution, or I was a drug dealer. In fact, please share your experience for you that cross overseas to come to any European country. Tell me how you went through all this, because my own was just, for me, it was too much, but I even heard some people even go through more than me. I did my A1 because I was coming to join my spouse. I finished the A1 and I started doing my papers as hobby wanted me to follow up, right? Because the A1, the bad thing with the first certificate, which is A1, is after 1 year, it will expire. It doesn't have any, you can't use it anymore. You have to. So if you have to travel, you have to repeat the same thing, or you just continue. If you continue, yeah, they will take other certificate, yeah, because they assume you can express yourself. So I did the A1 and I started doing my document. Before starting your document, you have to book online. They have a website online, the German website online, where you have to book for an appointment, and then online there, they will give you a date where you can do. So you will print that paper and you will send it you will go with that paper, that form, to the embassy. And when you arrive there, the worst thing that the thing that make me even more angry is if you give maybe your form, you will go and sit down there, and then they will be calling you, like, at the airport, when they are shouting to tell you the terminal, the flight that will come in 30 minutes, or So then they will call you. When they call you, you have to provide your birth certificate. You have to provide your why are you coming here? Those stuff. If you are coming to join a spouse, if you are coming to school, if you are coming to school, you have to provide at least the B1, because this is the least they could take from you. Because to start the schooling here, you should really express yourself. They will assume you have to conversate with, you have to understand what the teacher is trying to say, right? If you are joining your spouse, they just want you to speak those small ones like, how are you, good morning, good evening, my name is, and those small ones. But when you are coming to school, you need at least a B1. If you are also coming to work, you need at least the B1. So school and work, you need at least the B1, in which when you come with your certificate, if you have any certificate from your school and you were working before, and you have like a work certificate, if you have it, like let's say you are a certified nurse, yeah, when you come here, you have to change your certificate into their language. You have to change your certificate into their language certificate, the Deutsch certificate. Then you are allowed to work with. Otherwise, you have to go again to their own school and get their certificate, because their language, remember, it is very important to them. They will not like to converse. Every German here learn English or Russia, but they will never speak that with you, because they want you to speak their language. And yes, that's their law here. It is their country. You have to do what they want. So those stuff you go with at the embassy, depend on what you miss. Then they will be asking you to bring that. In my case, when I started doing my papers, I was pregnant. And yeah, I was working. So the stuff they asked me to provide, I provided them. But these people were not still satisfied. I was coming with my first son, which was 6 years old in that time, in which if you are coming with a child, the stuff become even more complicated, right? I provided everything for my son. I provided everything and brought the stuff to them. I brought every paper, every document that they needed at the embassy. These people were not still satisfied. It was already getting to 1 year. It was, I think, 11 months something. The first certificate was going to expire. I had to start the A2, which is ASVI, so that at least if the first certificate expired, the second certificate will hold on for me. Guys, someone who is coming to meet is not that I was a dealer, or I had a spouse in which I was going to join. These people were not still satisfied. So I provided, and they asked me to wait until I have to give birth. I don't know what our brothers told the German people. My husband had to come to me so that we can meet their own people, right? I met a German woman, and she was like, okay, I understand the situation right now. It was a lot of stuff, guys. If you are you are joining a spouse, you have to show the marriage certificate, and the church where you did your wedding that church have to hold a church certificate. You know, I didn't know churches also have to provide certificate until I have to come to Germany until my struggling to travel. The church have to provide a certificate in which my church was not having. I put them pressure, and they got it. They don't need, and the church wedding doesn't concern them. If you get married in the church, you have to bring the certificate that shows that, yeah, that church is allowed to bless your marriage. And this is not even what is important to them. They just need that certificate. But what is important to them, because here is everything here is about document. What is important to them is the court married. Change my name, do affidavit, those stuff, you can do them. But because of the complication I was getting at the embassy, they were pushing me to do everything at the same time. And I was pregnant, and I was so stressed. And like the A2 that I was following, I wasn't even going every day because the stress was too much. I had to go to school in the morning. I have to follow up at the embassy in the afternoon. I have to go to work in the evening. So the stress was too much. When my husband was fed up, he came to me himself, and we went to the embassy. And then the German woman, he asked to me, who was the head of the embassy, and we took an appointment. Hubby wrote to her. They gave us an appointment, and we went to meet her. And she was like, okay, you are pregnant. What we have to do now is to wait until you give birth. And then we will check if that baby, guys, when I think about that, I feel like, I don't know, if that baby is from your husband or not. And I was like, even hubby was like seriously. And when she will give birth, you have to do the recognition of the child, so that she will renew her papers. She will do back her papers as if she's traveling to join her child. My husband said, no problem. No problem. So we even did all that, guys. Still, these people were still not satisfied. Before giving me even that visa, hubby have to report them to their head office here, which is German head office. He has to report them in their head office before the head office will call my country and ask them what was going on there. What is the girl, what left with the girl to bring? Nothing. So why are you holding this person's wife when she has provided everything? It's that time that they called me and told me, we are giving you the visa. So these are stuff that made him angry. When he came back, no, he have to report the embassy because he couldn't handle it anymore. 1 year of struggling to bring your wife, and still they have something to tell her. Bring that, she bring this, they bring. There was nothing else left until they have to tell me. So I gave birth in my country, and I had to go with the baby again. And that time hubby came to me again. Within the 1 year, hubby came to me like 3 to 4 times, right? He came to me, we went with the baby again. Then the woman came again. She left her chair from where she was sitting to come to me and check the baby. Oh, the same face. And I was like, oh my goodness. So when they gave me the visa, and they said they were not giving to my first son, I told them I don't need it. Yeah, I told them I am very difficult when it comes to when I know my rights, right? And you try to handle me as if I am a kind of stupid. I will show you that I know my rights. I told them I don't need that. If you made me struggle within 1 year, for 1 good year, and those the the course I was doing, it wasn't for free. It is not for free. You have to pay. And the A2 that I follow up to, I had to pay. And that to tell me at the end of the day that you are giving me a loan, you are not giving to my son. I told them I don't need it. If you are not giving to me and my son, I swear to God, I'm not going to take it. The German, it was a German man. It was like, are you sure? I said, I'm sure. I'm very sure. I'm not going to take. I'm not taking that visa. Please, I'm not taking it. Are you sure? Okay, go back. We will talk about it. I went home. I was so pissed off. I was so fed up. I told my mom, I am fed up. I am so angry. I called hubby. I told him, you know what? I don't want to come to your country. Please leave me alone. And so he said, no, I've married you. I have to bring you here. So I think they realized later that, no, this guy was really serious. Then after 1 week, the girl who even called me was a girl from my country. And then she called me. And then she was like, you know what? You can come for your visa. And I said, what do you mean by you can come for your visa? Are you talking about my visa or you are talking about our visa, my son and me? If you are talking about my visa, please, I said, I'm not taking it. And she started laughing. She was like, no. Come for your visa, both of you. And I said, okay. Then in that case, I'm coming. Then I went at the end. They gave us our 2 visas. So guys, I just wanted to share my experience with you and tell you that please, when you are going to any embassy, any European embassy, when I say any European, any overseas embassy, please make sure you provide everything. Sometimes, I don't know, our people that are working there, if it is not like, you know, the tribalism, sometimes when they check you from head to toes, they have judged you already, who you are. Maybe you are like this, maybe you are like that. They don't know you, but they have judged you already. So make sure you provide everything. I know what I'm talking about. I still have my sister have spent 3 good years. She went to the embassy. She was not coming here. She was not coming to Germany. She is going to Canada. She went to the embassy. The person, the woman, a Canadian woman who made the interview to her. It was, I don't know if it was the type of racism or it was, I don't know. The question that this woman was asking her, I don't know what Africans have done to people or other race, because not everyone is like that, right, guys? But some people exaggerate. There are some people in this world, if authority were given to them, some of us will not even live. This is the truth. The question my sister have been asked, but let me keep it here. I just wanted to share my experience to you. It was a pleasure. If you have any other question, just write it in the comment section and I will gladly share it with you. It was a pleasure to me to chat with you. It was just a chat. Just wanted to share my experience because I don't really know what is going on in our country, in our continent, because it's not only in my country, in our continent, everywhere in my continent. When you have to cross overseas, it is, some people go through a lot, like what I went through. I can't lie to you guys. We will chat next time, right? Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Mwah.